What are you doing?
Well, this isn't breaking and entering. I'm trespassing on our own property.
Why?
Because we forgot our key. Our boat is in there. And we need to get back home. Here.
Did you step on this first? How the hell did you get your leg that high?
Nice.
This is so dumb to be doing in sandals. Okay. I'm gonna do it my way. Can you lift this up for me? Just pull it that way then. That's way easier. They're coming to get you.
Last time on Sailing Soulianis, we continued prepping for our journey south down the river. The biggest project was installing a windlass, which included moving our old chain pipe. Kirk patched up the old hole with fiberglass, mounted our manual windlass over the top, then drilled another hole in the deck located further aft for the new chain pipe. And I completed a few sewing projects, including covers for our teak handrails, our compass, and our winches. Kirk?
Yes? Present! Welcome to our boat.
What do we got going on?
We're trying to rearrange some stuff.
We clearly just came from the liquor store. Maybe not clearly because Vinny's is a Chicago thing or Midwest?
Chicago. We bought some gifts for all of our boat neighbors for putting up with us for the past 2 months.
The endless questions, borrowing their stuff, them giving us stuff.
Them working on our boat.
Yeah. We just got back from Chicago to do some repairs on the rental properties. And we're now in the process of taking everything out of the boat that we stuffed in there from the car and putting it back in the car. Because the car is our garage at the moment until we leave. And then we gotta figure out what to do with all this crap.
Oh god, that's bright. What are we looking at here?
Let's see, we got 3 bags.
All the tools?
4 bags of tools, a couple of jerry cans, a router, extra 5-gallon bucket for all of our
Waste?
Yep. Clothes and random stuff.
We're what? T-minus 7 days before we're supposed to leave.
A week from tomorrow.
And we have a ridiculous amount of stuff to do. Oh, it's
we've got an
blue.
eerie blue glow.
Ooh. We need more light. Can it work?
Oh.
Okay, so we have 7 days before we leave, and our boat is a mess. Our dock box is still full. Our vehicle that we're borrowing is still full. Our boat is full. We only have 1 working water tank. Our toilet is not installed. Our sound deadening stuff for our engine that we're going to be running 8 or 10 hours a day is sitting inside of a box. Our engine is leaking oil. What else do we got? What's on our project list?
Well, we have to get our boat name printed. Oh, we gotta schedule our mast unstepping.
We have to sail 90 miles down a lake.
To Chicago.
The lake, the big lake. So here's hoping this all comes together. We also need to test anchoring out with our new anchor system at least once before we have to rely on it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, let's do it. Awesome. Yeah, we got
200 feet of chain.
Look at all
that
the way from
chain.
here.
You don't have a forklift?
Well, the yard that we're at does, but I think they might be home by now. been looking at chain for the last month and a half.
That's good.
And we finally bought some. We got a smoking good deal, $1.75 a foot, 200 feet of 5/16 high test chain. I'm gonna go measure it all out and mark it off. There's a lot of talk about how to mark your chain. You want something to be memorable so that when you're in a storm coming up against the lee shore, you know how much chain you've put out and you can know quickly. So you got to come up with a system that is easy for you to remember, easy to communicate to other people who might be on your boat. We decided on red, white, and blue. Little patriotism there. It's very easy to remember. And we're going to mark it every 30 feet, starting at 30 feet of depth, because we've actually got an anchor bridle that is 30 feet long as well. So we may end up using just 30 feet of chain in certain situations when we're in 10 foot of water. Because our boat only drafts 4, being in 10 foot of water at low tide would be totally comfortable. That is the plan. I am going to go do some spray painting. So I realized that I forgot to double check our measurements before I started painting. I just relied on the measurements that the guy in the store had taken for selling us price by the foot. But everything's good. It checks out 30 feet. We're good. I've just got whites to paint and I am done. Let it dry overnight and then we will load up all 200 feet into the bow tomorrow. What'd you do over there?
I baked banana bread.
We got a pretty sweet little anchor swivel from Mantis that I'm gonna connect. And it goes together kind of cool. So you slide this collar over the chain. Pin goes through the chain. Swivel bits. This slides up. You wire that shut. Shackle. And then it all goes together. It's pretty oversized. I bought, I think, one size bigger than what I could have used on this 5/16 high test chain. So everything's a little bit stronger than hopefully my chain. Hopefully this is not a weak point. So yeah, they comes with a little bit of Teflon tape to wrap these two pieces together. Comes with some seizing wire to wire everything shut. So I'm gonna put that together right now.
Michael, what did you just do? So this guy is holding the watermelon up above his head. It slips out of his fingers and smashes onto the concrete behind him.
I dropped the watermelon.
I just ruined it. You want any? Do you think we can salvage any of it?
Probably, yeah.
Here, take this piece.
Look at that.
This exploded. All right, it's boat project time. You know what that means. Time for a giant mess. So the previous owners never used their port side water tank. It had old plumbing in it. It was gross, and they couldn't figure out how to remove the plumbing that plumbed it up. But I just scoped it out with my little wire cam here. Whoa! There it is. Kind of looks a little bit like the Matrix. And it looks pretty straightforward. I think we're gonna go from having about 40 gallons of water to 90 gallons of water here pretty quickly. Pretty stoked.
I just got back from the coffee shop doing a bunch of editing, and this is what I find. Maybe we should go out for dinner. Good morning. Maybe once or twice a week I'll make some tea, and Kirk and I will both go walk over to a park. It's just a block away from the marina, and we'll do some yoga in the morning.
Thank you.
So it's a couple days before we're going to be leaving for our Chicago trip. Kirk and I just went in the grocery store, kind of acting like it was our last time we were going to see land. I don't know what we were thinking. This is actually just the stuff that was left after I've already packed the fridge. 10 apples, 5 hot peppers, and 5 mild peppers because we're suckers at the farmer's market. It's this tiny little farmer's market in Racine here where we keep the boat, and today there was only 3 tents, and so we felt like we needed to buy produce from every one of them, which we could, we just didn't need to buy as much. But anyway, stone fruits, and we got avocados, citrus, and a whole bunch of other goodies that, believe it or not, this is like the second or third of each thing that we've already bought. So we were at the store 5 days ago and bought pretty much a ton of the same of this stuff, although coconut's new, the honey's new, and some snacks. But yeah. What you got going over here?
Doing some organizing.
Got a couple new
Tools.
fun tool boxes,
Yeah.
tool bags.
Just trying to get everything sorted. 11/30 seconds. Is that bigger than 5/16? Yes. Not that this stuff is all going to stay that way, but it can start this way. I've got metric on this side, imperial on this side. Now I'm just sort of making the rest up as I go, based on where stuff will fit.
So what started being a 5-minute project
2-hour project.
has turned into a 2-hour project.
Yeah, as always.
You think it would be easy just to lift up a cover, access the batteries, and top it off with some distilled water. But it wasn't. This entire seat frame had to be removed, and that required figuring out how to remove strip screws.
Figuring out how to remove wood plugs, a bunch of swear words, and a gin and tonic.
Okay, so now what?
I want to try and clean up all this dust, and then I need to go and unscrew each one of these things, check their specific gravity with a hydrometer, and add some distilled water.
Can you explain how a battery hydrometer works?
Not exactly. It points an arrow at a thing that says if it's good or not. That's about all I know. It checks the specific gravity. In alcohol, that's a measurement of sugars in water. And in battery, I'm assuming it's a measurement of acid in water.
It's magic.
It's pretty much magic. That one is bad. That's the one that's been splurting a little bit of acid out.
When we're in the midst of nonstop boat projects, it often feels like we can spend 90% of our time just putting stuff back where it belongs, which can get pretty discouraging. So I almost always turn up the music.
Look at this boat, love. It's a mess.
Yeah, dude. Look at you, love. You're not a mess.
No, not at all.
The report, Captain?
The report. We have 1 foot waves and 8 to 10 knots of wind.
No, I mean, like, how are you feeling?
Oh, how am I feeling?
Yeah.
Less technical, more emotional?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you can't ask for the report then. I'm feeling good. This might be our last, like, fun day sail for a long time. We've got a bunch of friends aboard.
Yeah.
After spending 3 months over the summer getting to know our boat neighbors, we had yet to go out on a sail together. With less than a week before our departure, we made time one nice afternoon to take a break from boat work and go out for a sail. Oh, nice, yeah. Perfect. Bit under sail, I think. So you can let that help. That's all the shallow stuff. This is us.
You want to go a little bit more north, right?
Yep, and then we've got a little guy in a dinghy there, so we kind of want to stay.
Where is he?
He's straight ahead.
I see.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, this is cool.
I know. Major coolness.
Oh, really?
How you feel, Mary?
Why don't you do this?
Yeah?
Good girl.
I love it. I'm gonna sit
Good.
down.
I love it. Did you hear that? You got a sailor.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm watching. I'm trying to learn.
I'm not really paying attention to any course or anything, just feeling it.
He's
Yeah.
just living it.
He's
feeling
feeling
the
the
force,
force,
right, Maria?
He's feeling the force.
That's a new sound that I haven't heard.
What?
Something's metal on metal sound.
Uh-oh. Here with the wheel?
I don't know,
I don't
man.
know. That noise. Are you feeling that in the wheel group?
Is it not just one of the beer bottles rolling around?
Yes. It is.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know
It's
about
your
that.
beer bottle. All right.
Atta girl.
All right.
Tom,
We
Tom,
got it sorted.
Tom.
What you got there?
German Maybach.
Nice.
It's very, like, creamy, yet still summery.
Maria, you're sailing.
Do I look beautiful? That's the main thing. I don't care where this boat goes. I just want to look beautiful.
Wind in your hair, the bugs in your teeth.
Yeah. It's kind of a funny thing. People come out on your boat, which is your house, and someone just driving your house around for you while you're just not paying attention. Just, oh, you got your finger in the way. Get your finger out there. There you go.
I got you.
Lauren will save me. Lauren Photoshop me.
Out of the lights of Chicago. Soulianis!